Hello and welcome to the video. So here we are, guys. It's finally time to talk about this game. One of Nintendo's biggest releases of the year, Super Mario Wonder, has finally released. And, you know, times are hard at the moment. You know, things are expensive. So I thought in this video what I would do is I would create a bit of a challenge for myself. And I wanted to really buy Super Mario Wonder. You know, it's one of my most anticipated games of the year after seeing it be revealed by Nintendo. So I'm excited to play this game, but the thing is, you know, it's like I say, it's a challenging time right now. You know, money is scarce right now for a lot of people. So what I wanted to do in this video is I wanted to basically find Super Mario Wonder for a bit of a cheaper price. I wanted to see if I can find it for the cheapest price I could find. What I've done in this video is I've kind of made a bit of a vlog, basically gone and looked for Super Mario Wonder at the cheapest price I could find it. So I looked through various different shops. I went to Derby, which is a city in the UK. It's one of my closest cities where I live. So I thought I'd go and check there. It's also probably my favourite shopping centre in the area. So Derby was a good place to look because I could find a lot of Nintendo games there. There's a CEX, there's a game, there's various independent stores there where you can find games. So it was a good opportunity right now to go and find Super Mario Wonder for the cheapest price I could find it. So this is basically what the video is. So come along for this journey as I show you my journey into finding Super Mario Wonder for the cheapest price I could find it. Here we go. So as I said in the intro, I was on my way to Derby, which is a city in the United Kingdom. Derby is a relatively small city, but it's a very busy city. There's a lot to do there. There's a shopping centre there called Derbyan, which is one of the biggest shopping centres in the area, and it's probably my favourite shopping centres. The first shop I went to was CEX, and the reason I go to CEX is because there's often lots and lots of deals on cheap prices for games there. So it's my first place to go to. Although all games there are second-hand, it's worth looking in there because sometimes you find a really good deal on cheap games. I was a bit skeptical to go into CEX, to be honest, because I didn't think I'd find Super Mario Wonder, and to be honest, I didn't. There was no Super Mario Wonder in there. With it being only day 2 of the game's release, it's not likely that someone's going to have traded the game in straight away. So the reason I really went into CEX at this point was really just to see if I could find any games for a cheap price. So what I'm going to do on this video right now is I'm going to add a little bit of a montage of the games that I found. So here you go. Here's some of the games I found at CEX for a cheaper price. So enjoy. So they were the games I found in CEX. I hope there was some interesting games there that took your eye and a cheap price. You know, there's a lot of games I'm buying right now for the Nintendo Switch that I want to build my collection, and CEX is usually my go-to shop, so CEX is always good. So thumbs up to CEX always. The next shop I went to was Game, and you know, Game is starting to look a bit sorry for itself, to be honest. I'm a bit sad about Game because Game has always been a shop I go to when I buy games new. Like, so if a new game has just come out, I always go to Game. But the problem is that all the game shops are kind of dying out now. I don't know if you saw in the last video I made about doing this kind of video. There was a time where I went into Burton-upon-Trent and I saw that the game store there, which is the biggest one in the area at the moment, that one's closing down and it's moving into Sports Direct. Sports Direct is a sports shop. You buy sports clothes there, sports goods. It's kind of weird that Game's kind of moving into Sports Direct. So all of the game stores are closing down and it's kind of just becoming a bit of a small thing now, Game. I know that Sports Direct are kind of making areas in their shops to put like a little game area. But it's not, it's a bit depressing, to be honest. Like, it's sad to see that this is kind of the start of the death of physical media, in my opinion. And it's kind of being proven it by the fact that Game is dying. But yeah, this is just the thing that's happening right now in the gaming community. Buying games, you know, Game is kind of becoming a bit of a dying breed of a shop. Weirdly, I didn't see any Super Mario Wonder anywhere. It was really weird until eventually we found it. It's really weird because Super Mario Wonder being the biggest release at this time of year, it was really strange not to see it plastered everywhere around Game. But obviously Spider-Man 2 is also a game that's recently come out as well on the same day as Super Mario Wonder. So I'm assuming that Game are promoting that game first, I guess. Maybe it's because they see it as the bigger game out of the two games. But Super Mario Wonder, you know, with it being the biggest Nintendo game out at the moment, I'm surprised they only gave it like a little shelf area. I was able to find Super Mario Wonder, absolutely, but it was at a very expensive price of $49.99, which to me was too much. I didn't want to pay $49.99 for Super Mario Wonder at game, so I moved on to the next shop. I wanted to buy it cheaper, and I knew I could find it cheaper somewhere, so I carried on looking. The next shop I went to was a local independent shop. It's a little bit like CEX, but they also sell new games as well. So I went in this one. Obviously it's a bit smaller, this shop, and they actually sell a lot of rare retro games in this shop. It's quite cool. I went to their Switch section and they were selling all new games at basically retail price, and Super Mario Wonder again was $49.99, so it was still too expensive to buy the game there, so I didn't buy it. I moved on to the next shop. However, I have been in this shop quite a few times to buy other games, like if I've been building my 3DS collection. They've had some good interesting games in there. They've had some ones that have been harder to find. So I will thumbs up that shop because it's actually a really good shop to go to if you're ever in the Derby area. So yeah, check it out. So moving on from that shop, we moved on from the Derby city centre and moved on to a retail park. This retail park has a Smith's here. So Smith's was a good shop to go to because Smith's often have games, brand new games at cheaper prices. And I was quite lucky here because I'd looked online originally to see how much this game was going to be, and I saw this game for $49.99 online. So I was a bit skeptical to go into Smith's anyway, because I was just like thinking, you know, it's going to be the same price as it was at Game and everywhere else we've been so far. So yeah, this was a bit skeptical for me. However, I am so happy I went into Smith's, because when I got into Smith's, I was able to find the game at £40.99, which is a total of £9 taken from the original price of $49.99. So I was so happy to find the game at £40.99. I felt like I'd found a bargain there. Saying it was only day 2 of the game's release, £40.99 is quite cheap for a brand new Nintendo Switch game. Like I say, I was quite skeptical with Smith's because I thought this game was just going to be full price at $49.99. But I was actually skeptical because I knew at the next shop that the game was actually cheaper. I had a decision to make here. My decision was, do I just buy the game at Smith's now at £40.99 and then just miss the next shop? Or do I miss buying the game at Smith's for £40.99 and just wait until I get to the next shop where I believe the game will be cheaper? I made the decision to buy the game at Smith's. I had a feeling that the game might be out of stock at the next shop. So I put this theory to the test, and the way I did that was I actually went to the next shop, and this shop was my local Asda. Asda are quite well known for selling games cheaper than the actual retail prices that they're usually advertised at. So the actual price for this game is usually $49.99. However, I was able to find this game for £40 at Asda, but I was lucky because I'd bought the game already at Smith's for £40.99. So it wasn't the cheapest price, but I was quite lucky because when I got to Asda, the game was there, but it was sold out. So I'd bought the game already, so I'd looked out really. I hadn't lost anything. I hadn't lost my opportunity to buy Super Mario Wonder for the cheapest price I could find it on that day. And as we all know, Nintendo are quite strange with their games. They don't really put sales on their first party games. It's hard to find a Nintendo Switch game made by Nintendo, a first party game, at a cheaper price because, like I say, Nintendo like to keep their games at high prices. To buy Super Mario Wonder at £40.99, I think that is a good price. And I think it's actually the value of the game itself. I think the game really should be valued at £40.99. It's a great game. I've been playing it, and from what I can tell already, I've not finished the game. It's actually really, really fun. So £40.99 is a great price for the game, and I actually think it should be the price of the game anyway. So yeah, that was my journey. I managed to get home and we played Super Mario Wonder. I played 2-player with it and it's so fun. So yeah, that was it. And that is the video for today. Yeah, so I was able to find Super Mario Wonder for £40.99 at the cheapest price and able to buy it. I could have bought it for £40 if Asda had it in stock, but there you go. That's where I found Super Mario Wonder, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm trying to make a series of videos right now with me building up my Switch collection, basically filming it and vlogging it and making more of these kinds of videos. So if you have enjoyed this content, please do like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next video. Also check out this video here, it's nice and shiny. You can check this one out right now. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you for the next video. Bye.